I love me some Den Protector. He's just a pure example of just value, really solid value. Nothing else very exciting in the pack. So we're to think the second best card in the pack is Enduring Victory. Hell, I put Tormenting Voice top 4 or 5 in here. Pretty happy to pick him up. Nothing else of of relevance, really. Nothing that would stop us from going into a second color in the next pack. Again, we got a pretty easy pick. This one's a little bit more awkward because we're shipping a pretty decent white card. But this is definitely a white card that will wheel. What's up, Nunkin? How's it going, man? Silk Art, pretty easy first pick. We are shipping Echoes. There's Hand of Silumgar, Hardened Berserker, Butcher, Palace Familiar, Zephyr Scribe. All those are relevant. I mean, ideally, with the way that the two cards are going, will be green-white. It seems like we particularly don't want to be black because we're shipping 2 more good black cards. Atarka Feat's really good. I don't think it's better than either of our cards. It's a potential take here. I don't mind Shieldhide Dragon. I think that lifelink part is a big deal. You guys have seen how I've raced with that. Oh, thanks, C-Rex Foo. Because that pack was terrible. Opposite at Ghost, or Cam. And I like Tormenting Voice. Yeah, maybe it should be Center Soul. The trick has really impressed me. I don't mind taking the Shield Bearer either. I think he's good. I'm going to take Center Soul. It's close. So many of these decks, especially in these green-white bolster decks, hey, Sheezy, I think I would have... Yeah, Enduring Victory is pretty easy picker. I think I would have taken the Atarka Freet if it was better than one of my first 2 picks, I don't think. Well, there aren't a lot of combat tricks, so I'm happy to get a couple if there are some. What's up, Beats? I think there's just Student of Ojutai. This could end up being some kind of controlling deck, and I think Student of Ojutai is excellent in that shell. We could easily just splash Den Protector. We might wish we had taken the Atarka Freet now. Of course, immediately we get another Center Soul. I'm going to take it. There is Evolving Wilds. That might be just the safer pick here. We already have 1 Center Soul. I'm actually going to take Evolving Wilds. That allows us to splash Den Protector and leave us open. Oof. Center Soul's good here. I feel like I want to be a little bit more careful and leave myself open. Nothing really for me there. The life gain's fine. Ooh, Student of Ojutai. We should do that. Because when you tapped and you tapped 7, all I thought of was Deathwind. I couldn't think of a 7 I thought it was going to be channel harm for sure. I was like, yeah, I got the double blowout on channel harm. You're like a clairvoyant, Destiny. Tormenting Voice seems awesome with the students. And I fucking hate Mystic Meditation. Now I wish I'd taken... I don't know that I do. I mean, clearly I like Efreet better than I like Center Soul. But Center Soul with Student of Ujitai is pretty hot. Scribe is a perfect card for this type of deck. I don't know what we're going to be. I don't know what our other color is going to be. If we're going to play this terrible Den Protector or this solid Zephyr Scribe or this awesome Tormenting Voice, it'll just, only time will tell. Reducing Stature is a good pickup for this type of deck. I mean, so is Tread Upon. I just don't think we want to be green-white. I don't think green-white benefits very much from the cards that we have so far. So I'm going to try to be blue instead. That doesn't mean I won't splash for Den Protector. He's hot. Especially if we got a green-white dragon, anything like that. What's up, Justino? I don't love these 3 blue cards, but I like them best in this archetype. So I think we got pretty solid hookups so far. These packs have been terrible. I think we've managed to put together a pretty solid show out of junk. Thanks for the follow, Brad Coate. He's at the cauldron. He's brewing. I mean, Anafenza is always hot in the predominantly white deck. It would have been absurd in that last deck. Not necessarily. It's just probably not going to get played. We'll see. It's there. I didn't mean to get rid of him. I can just put him in there. I like Denver. Denver is better than the other 3 cards combined, but here, easy Anafenza. And really not much to say about it. I don't know what we can hope to wheel. No way we wheel Mist of Kirin. Some slim chance we wheel one of the blue cards. I've seen Salt Road Ambushers come around really late, but this pack isn't jam-packed, so we'll see. I just feel like green was completely cut off in the first pack. So it's so hard for me to imagine that we can actually be green. I feel like the pickup here is either Interceptor or Youthful Scholar. The Silumgar's Command? I think it's just Interceptor. Really? You guys like the splash on it that hard? I like Youthful Scholar a lot. No, not the 2/2 Vigilance. I think it's Interceptor. I think we need a flying win con with these life-gaining ground guys. I don't think Youthful's great in this deck. No, I think Command is fine. I think it's probably Scholar here. It still is just a wall on the ground. Hope we wield Tygam Strike. I wouldn't mind getting an earlier drop. I kind of like Palace Familiar, but I think Youthful Power is just more powerful. Oh, I honestly like the Student better than I like the Interceptor. Is that just crazy? I think it has to be Interceptor. We don't actually have a ton of spells. We're getting even more creatures at this point. Really like the Student, though. Oh, I disagree, Nether. I think Student does win games, or puts games so far out of reach that certain deck archetypes can't win. Thanks for the follow, Love Toys. The main reason was because he's a 3-drop. Artful Maneuver seems like a nice pickup here for our double Student deck. I'd love to get a couple of Tygam strikes. Would be hot here. Another Artful Maneuver. I mean, this is the deck for it. Dramoka Monument's like a consideration. I think we still want Artful Maneuver. I think we could definitely still like rack up some wins just from the dirtiness of double Artful Maneuver. Student of Ochitai. Maybe get some prowess in the next pack as well. And we need a lot of spells. I'm ready to do the maneuver Tygam strike on the Student of Ochitai for like the win. Gain 6, you take 8. It's got to be Strike here. Strike is just so absurd with the Student. I was getting wins literally out of nowhere at my pre-release. When my opponent was like at 26, I'd kill him 2 turns later with a Cunning Breeze Dancer, and I don't know if we really need another 2-drop. I kind of just like Void Squall. We just build the all rebound deck. I'd really rather have the cheaper draw card guys. Void Squall seems amazing. Ooh, we got the Anticipate back. So naughty. Here's another spell. Hello. Oh, fuck. I guess it has to be Palace Familiar now. Double Tygam Strike seems a little greedy. And we need some early drops anyway. Yeah, I can get 2-drop creatures next turn, though. I'm taking Battle Ray Mastery just because we might do something disgusting with it. Is it only other creatures? No, just bolsters. Oh, yeah, we need that creature to come in, though. Tapestry? Glint? Shit. Well, if we don't open a Dargon, we're not going to be blue-white. We're not going to be green, anyway. Yeah, this is an 8-4 monster, Johnson. What's going on, man? You just sliding in here? Oh, you fucking kidding me? Wow. I don't think it's even worth that much money anymore, but it's so ridiculous in this deck. Let's look it up. I think the sponsorship may have just gotten here. I think he's still pretty good. He's not 20 tickets anymore, but oh, he's still 10 tickets. Shit. Monastery Mentor. What do we hope to wheel? But you're going to donate him. I know you are, PTH. Because you're just that type of guy. He's so ridiculous in this deck. The Monastery Mentor, easy pickup. What do we hope to wheel here? Maybe the Right into Being. Maybe the Woe Reaper, probably not. Lightform would be really good too. Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah. I want to Tygam strike that guy. Wow. Honors Reward too. We got some wheelishness in this pack. I don't think we're bothering to play the splash. Valor Dragonfire is a janky card at best. Battle Mastery's not going to make it. Champion probably also doesn't make it. But Sage Eye is like a ridiculous rip for this deck. It's like, this is as good a deck as it gets for this card, pretty much. He's our bomb finisher. Oh, fuck. Do we go greedy here and take Outpost Siege? I feel like we do. I've got the Evolving Wilds. I could easily wield that red-white duel. It is so good. Maybe my deck is just too strong now to even, like, bother with it. Outpost Siege is just such a good win con, like... No, I don't think I would hate it. I would try to play it. Isn't Outpost Siege just better? That's what I'm not sure if it's just better to go Sandstep. I wouldn't take Whisk. Whisk is very mediocre. I'm going to take the Outpost Siege. It's just very, very powerful. If we don't end up getting the red-white duel, totally fine with that. Now, I'm not missing anything amazing. Oh, it's not worth anything anymore. Hey, isn't it just Bathe here? Monk might wheel. I think we take Bathe. Fascination, baby. We have so much good late game. I think it's actually Mardu Woe Reaper. We need early plays. Maybe it is just the Bell Monk. But I just feel like he's just so much weaker than Mardu Woe Reaper. We've got lots of late game. Do we really want Avon? Maybe it's Avon. I don't know. Monastery Siege? And he laughed, and he laughed, and he laughed. This deck is... I love the delay, too. You are going to get this like 10 seconds late. It's going to be sweet. And you guys are going to spam the chat. Bah! Let's get some biop in there. Yeah, that's how we do, bitches. That's how we do. Yeah. What is that? Is that 6th pick? It's 6th pick, baby. Oh, the sweet red-blue duel, too. To bring it all together. It's got to be Lotus Path Gen. This deck is absurd. God, we got the red-white duel, too. This might be the single most powerful deck that we've drafted. Alright, well, Glint's not making it. Definitely not making it. Lore Master's not making it. Reducing Stature's not making it. Champion's not making it. Void Squall's not making it. Actually, we're pretty close to the list. Like I thought we'd have to make like harder cuts to get close to where we wanted to be. And I think we can be 17 lands. I mean, we have no morphs, we have double right, and we have, what's it called? A Monastery Siege. Oh, the Delve card. That card might be hard to cut. I honestly don't think Scholar is very good in this deck. That's exactly what I was thinking, Jesus. Oh. But we still have so many creatures, that's the thing. Yeah, strike may just be overkill. Like our power level, we don't need to sneak a win in. And that's sometimes what that card is. Maybe double Artful Maneuver is too much. I like the idea of having one trick delve to get around. Like, is there another card we can cut? I don't want to cut Student either. Youthful Scholar. Oh yeah, that you guys haven't seen the students go. Like, all right. So we agree that it'd be very hard for me to lose on turn 20. What's up, First Wizard? I think any card draw filter that allows us to chump block and get to our bombs is very good. I don't think we've got enough room for that, Esro. But that's the thing, is we want to get to those cards, don't we? And it still chump blocks dumb guys. Thank you, Red Duke. Sort by rarity. We never do that. Sort by rarity in this. Alright, 1 mythic and 4 rares. Honestly, Anafenza is meh in this deck. I'm definitely not cutting a Student of Ojitai. Like, there are 8 or 10 cards I would cut before I cut those. I don't think you guys quite appreciate how good Student is in these types of deck. Like, I would cut Lotus Path Djinn, I would cut Ojitai Interceptor, I would cut Youthful Scholar, I would cut a Right into Being, I would cut Zephyr Scribe, I would cut Anafenza, I would cut Artful Maneuver, all those cards before I would cut Student of Ojitai. I wish I had a third Student. There's at least 5 cards in here I would play the third Student. Yeah, I kind of wanted to cut a 4-drop. So I was thinking about an Artful Maneuver. Because the problem with Artful Maneuver is we don't have a lot of things we're going to hold our mana up for. We have 1 Enduring Victory. We have Anticipate, Rite of Undoing, and a couple of Artful Maneuvers and a Center Soul. I think 1 Artful Maneuver is the right call. The problem is, like, the first one is like a defensive trick, which is what this deck's about. But the second one is just an aggressive trick. Oh, so close, Estro, so close. Well, the problem is, Manifest counts, though, right? Is that a token, Manifest? No. He's still a 2-drop. It's double white. Let's look at the mana. I'm really surprised we didn't get any of the... I could have taken the Soul Summons over like a Siege, but We really could have used a Soul Summons, and we could have used a Jeskai Sage. Both those would have been good. And granted, I was too busy taking Mythics, so... No, definitely going to play 17 lands. And I think one mountain is an easy play here. We get 1 white, 2 white. To have Anafenza, I'd like to have at least 8 planes on turn 1. I don't know if we can afford that. Oh, I think we can. We still get 9 blue sources. And all our double blue is late. But that's the thing, is we want to be digging for the sieges as well. Like, what do you think we need instead? But they're token creatures. That you guys all know that this is non-token, right? So if that affects your guys' decisions, like, it works with the manifests, I'm pretty sure. So we've got 13 other creatures than Anafenza, which isn't bad, considering we're like a heavy spell deck. I gotta tell Phil about this, see if he's on. What would we play over it? I think we still have 8. We still have 8 planes. Isn't 8 enough for a double white? We still have so many blue cards. I guess that's reasonable. I just don't want to make all these concessions for Anafenza. She's a high maintenance bitch. Yeah. I mean, for once, like, our 2 mythics don't... It is, Gunsy. You hit it. You hit the nail on the head. Our deck is cheap. We don't need 18 lands. What about just playing Void Squall over Anafenza? Is that crazy? It seems not as good, but I think it's still good. I honestly like Reduce in Stature or possibly Void Squall. What's up, Cheetos? What do we think about cutting Youthful Scholar for something like Void Squall? Is that a consideration? Or maybe Reduce in Stature to deal with one big dragon? What's up, JT Dubsky? We're getting our own dinosaur hello, man. I thought you were subbed. Weren't you subbed, JT? What's up, Cheetos? Void Squall does the removal that we want to do, I think.